Hey guys, well, it's morning. Your Chef John from Grab and Go and Grab and Go Concessions, Orlando, Florida. You know, today I decided to say, I wanted to make a video about Haitian Lalo, which is in Egyptian terms, it's called Molokhia. And I'm just going to talk about it and the nature of it, the taste, how to cook it. I won't be cooking it, however, but I do have it in the garden. Let's go. Haitian Lalo dates way back to Egypt. The kings ate it, in Egypt. So it's a I would call it a top of the line spinach. Like over here, you got what we call spinach in Creole, zipina. In Jamaica, they call it kalaloo. Don't quote me on just this one. There are many types of kalaloo. So let's move on. As you can see, this thing is like all over the place, right? Oh, look at these guys. By the way, that's how I clean my yard. I don't mow the lawn anymore. Good tip, huh? Yeah, they love the spinach, man. And they lay eggs. Let me see if I can see if there's an egg in there. No eggs. No eggs. Moving on. Okay. As you can see, you see the spinach right there. Now, this amaranth, which is the zipina, there is a red one. We'll get to that. We'll get to that because people in Latibonite, which is I guess the most, used to be the most fertile agriculture part of Haiti that, cultivate rice and everything else. That I think the Lalo, the origin of the Lalo came from Latibonite. Maybe your mom would tell you if she's from there. She would explain the history of Lalo. But as Haitian Americans, I think we're losing the culture simply because it is not explained to us enough. You would hear kids say, "Oh, mweme gri, oh, mweme banan," but it stops right there. It doesn't. I try, and every chance I get, I try and explain to the Haitian American born kids about the culture. And I guess that's just my part of contributing to it. But let's go to the garden, and we'll get to that. Egyptian Molokhia, which is called Lalo. There is another name for it. It kind of escaped my mind. All right, there it is. You're gonna see many plants. Like right here, this is your Sanouele Kalalua Gumbo. You see that? You see how big these suckers are? Look what I'm growing back here, guys. Come on. Get to gardening. What are you waiting for? Get your soil right. Comment à planter. Planter gumbo, kalaloo. I got yucca, and I got some poivette. You see that? Got tomatoes across there. Takes time, but it's an experience. Okay, let's go over to the Lalo. This one here, ask your mother about this one. Madame maman, ça ça est. Côté-mieux là. Là. Où est ça? Madame maman. Maman abzo, bon Dieu, ça c'est coupier. That stuff is good for you, by the way. If you are anemic, this is the stuff you want to juice with. Not too much of it, because it can give you a bloody nose. It is so high in iron. Manali. Melalua. Okay. You see this type of lalo? You see the leaf? Look at the leaf. And then if you notice, as it grows, it's making its own seeds. You see this very... let's see if I can grab it here and show you. You see this? These are the seeds. And as long as these seeds are not dry, you can eat them. Okay? Let's go over to the other type of lalo. You would notice this one has a red stem, right? Okay? By the way, you can eat the seeds. I've seen people pickle the seeds in a jar. So planting this thing It's basically you just spread it. You know, you clean your soil and you spread it. That's all it is. But yeah, the hardest part is weeding. You know, you see all this weed. If you notice, I have them in pots. Okay, I have to weed less. Over here, every 2 weeks or so, I have to come and pull the weeds out. Now, let's go to the red amaranth, the red spinach. And I will show you that Mulokhia, le Haitian Lalo, they take the red spinach, you milili avec la loa. Okay? You bal plus body. Gen moun ki kuit li a viande cochon, crabe, sirik. And then from there, du riz blanc sauce pois. So if you happen if you decide to plant lalo, the great advantage of it is as you cut the lalo, the more it gets excited. The more energy it gets once you cut the suckers off, and it grows. Egyptian spinach can grow up to 8 feet, believe it or not. It's best to plant it 1 foot apart, but us Haitians, we just spread it pretty much. Okay? Like I said, if you're anemic, this is not a joke. You can actually blend this thing raw and drink it. It'll bring up your blood count. So, all right, I'm gonna get over to the kitchen there and show you guys how to take these things apart and get it ready for cooking. All right, I'm back in the kitchen, guys. Je vais couper la loa, je vais couper les épinards. Ça me va le faire. Je vais montrer nous, however, the parts to eat and the parts not to eat. Not there's anything wrong with the parts not to eat, but like this, you see this stem? That's pretty hard. You don't want to boil that. Now, however, these épinards, soubou bois épinards, la goût. You can eat the stems on these because they're soft, very soft. Versus this, it's coarse. So, you get your branch, okay? You trim you snip the very top parts of it, and then you just individually snip the leaves right off. Okay, there it is. These little seedlings, right? When they're small like that, yo bon. Oh wow. You know, the Haitian Lalo doesn't seed at its early stage, by the way. The Egyptian does. See the advantages there? To identify Lalo, you see those two little whisker looking things right there? You see that? Looks like little antennas on a shrimp or something, or cat whiskers. That's the best way to identify Lalo. The second way is to actually taste it, and it feels like a mix between spinach and okra. Okay? And this thing makes a very delicious, when I tell you, top of the line, spinach, it makes a delicious meal. However, how do you cook it, you're asking? Cooking this thing is no rocket science, okay? What you do is basically, you make a stew, a meat of your choice. Most Haitians fait avec viande bœuf, okay? You can do it with chicken if you don't eat beef. You can do it with pork. You can actually do it with seafood, especially shrimp. Okay? Oh, I love the peace and quiet. Sometimes these cars can get ridiculous. Yeah, you can cook it with any type of meat. Basically, what you do is act like you were cooking your meat and just cook your meat. And then at the end of the meat process, if it's beef, you put the lalo in there, ou tu fais la donne. Pretty much a fricassee kind of legume style. And gen moun ki pilel, I don't have to put it through a pesto. M'a besoin pilel. M'a cuit tête li. Ou bien, ou gen a cuit lalo avant, lo fin cuit li, you cook it first. Lo fin cuit li, Vous mettez dans la viande là, vous ajoutez siri, kribish, meaning crabs. I like small baby crabs, it just tastes better. And you make a nice jui. Rice of your choice. My preferred rice is managugus. The way I cook that is, you know, I fry some onions and then add water and salt. And you minimize the water. Before you cook the rice, you put the rice in a pot, you add water to the rice. Some people wash it, some people don't. But adding water to the rice sort of tell you where your water level is going to be when the rice is getting ready to cook. As minimal as possible, and you take a towel, put it over the Dutch oven pot, whichever you're using, cover it up, and let the rice cook itself. That is the Haitian way to make the rice sticky, not too grainy, but sort of like in between, kind of gummy. So when you eat it, you can actually enjoy it. But in the next video that I make on this subject, I am going to cook the lalo. I just got to get the provisions and stuff. But what type of spice do you use? Look, if you're a beginner, use a Maggi cube, some onions, and call it a day. If your mother can make you some spice and show you how to stir fry your spice and get that flavor in there, better. It'll be better for you, so you get to understand the concept of Haitian cooking. All right, guys, leave me some comments if you have any curiosities about Haitian food. I am going to research this deep and get into this because I built my kitchen. As you guys can see, I built my outdoor kitchen, and let me just give you a tour. I've been working on this, and I'm there. I'm almost there, and leave me some comments. I don't know. Haitian American cooking, grab and go outdoor kitchen. I'm still working on it, and I've done this for you guys. Honestly, to be honest with you, I didn't have the time, but you know, I've been working on this, and at the very end process of it. So this is the grab and go outdoor kitchen. And there it is. Yep. Your country style kitchen in the city of Orlando. Alrighty, guys. See you at the next one. Thank you for watching.